Like, how do you define what Eros actually is?
I think this is, for me, it is the juice. This is the basically the complete openness to life, and this is the essence of this. This is what Eros binds everything together. It's kind of joyous and at its best, ecstatic, blissful experience, right? So this is what it is, but it's basically what I'm trying to say. It's an attitude towards life.
Okay.
Because and maybe I will start with actually the story of Eros. I'm not going to get into mythology, but mythological stories, are very important because they appeal to us as subconscious, and also they explain our subconscious, they explain our desire in this case. So the story of Eros is really the story of Eros and Psyche, which in English pronounce Psyche, but it's really Psyche. So what is Eros? Eros is basically desire. Okay, and it is the moment of falling in love in traditional mythology. And Psyche or Psyche is emotional and spiritual self, which is often defined as the soul. So what happens? It is that it's a story of Eros and Psyche, their adventures, they're often on, and eventually they marry. So basically, this is the story of desire and soul getting married, getting the balance between the, Eros and the soul. So Eros is seeking, and this is what my whole book is about it. The Eros is seeking acceptance from the soul. It wants to unite with the soul in ecstasy. When all our belief systems and everything that is going on in the media, and I'm not saying that, some of the horrible things are not going on, but I'm saying it's only one side of sexuality, which is for some reason promoted. But Eros as such and the soul are meant to be together. So spirituality and sexuality that are usually put completely separately from each other, actually, this is what Eros seeks, and the soul. So this is the journey both of the soul, which is the feminine usually in mythology and esoterica, and Eros, which is this kind of beautiful masculine, they're seeking to connect together. Okay, when very often what we are seeing as Eros is just the physical part, and then there's this ascetic spiritual part, and this is really disturbing, and it is really a great disservice to our being, because we are living in a form of schizophrenia, complete dichotomy that is not supposed to be existing actually. So as sensual desire, erotic desire, and our soul are meant to join, and then we are truly balanced. It is not to be rejected. And the whole, all pretty much traditional or institutional religions, I should say, because there's also esoterica, which disagrees with that, are about rejecting Eros. And this is where all perverts come from, right? Because they rejected Eros and it comes back, the dark kick, and we don't want that, right? We don't want that. So it's quite interesting, because in mythology, when Eros and Psyche or Psyche finally get married, they have a child, and the child is called Hedoni, and Hedoni means sensual pleasure. So you have to. So as I said, when people usually teach tantric workshops or workshops on Eros or relationships, very often they start with the physical. And in fact, you have to start with yourself and your attitude towards Eros, towards your own desire, towards on your spirituality, towards your body, how you see yourself, how you relate to your life, how do you relate to yourself, how do you relate to your partner or prospective partner, what do you want from your partner? Most people are completely dishonest about it. What do you want? This is what I always ask women.